Have you ever wondered why motivation never lasts? That surge of energy you feel after watching an inspiring video. That sudden rush when you read a powerful quote. It feels unstoppable, as if you could conquer the world. But then, it fades. Hours later, sometimes minutes later, the fire is gone, and you are left in the same place, the same habits, the same cycle of hesitation. Motivation is a spark, but sparks alone do not keep you warm. They burn out. They always burn out. Picture this: a man wakes up one morning filled with determination. He says to himself, today, everything changes. He goes for a run. He makes a plan. He feels invincible. But the next morning comes, the alarm rings. It's cold. He is tired. And the fire that burned so brightly yesterday has turned to ash. He whispers, I'll try again tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into weeks, weeks into months, and nothing changes. This is not a story about one man. This is the story of millions, the silent tragedy of those who wait for motivation to save them. It never does, because motivation is not the solution. Motivation is the trap. Motivation fails because it is built on emotion, and emotions are fragile. They fall, they shift with the weather, with hunger, with fatigue, with the smallest trigger. If your success depends on how you feel, then your success is unstable. One bad day can erase weeks of progress. One bad week can destroy years of effort. Stop and think about it. How many times have you said, I'll start when I feel ready? How many chances were lost because you waited for the perfect mood, the perfect spark, the perfect time? Motivation makes you believe that readiness is coming, but readiness never comes. There is something darker. Motivation tricks you into thinking you are moving forward, that watching videos, reading books, and consuming inspiration is the same as progress. But it is not. Inspiration feels like action, but it is an illusion, a drug, a comfortable fantasy that gives you the dopamine of achievement without the sacrifice. That is why people love it, because it feels like work, but it costs nothing. It promises growth, but it demands nothing in return. And so people stay stuck, consuming, dreaming, waiting. While time passes, the truth is harsh. Motivation is a liar. It whispers, wait until you feel ready, but ready never arrives. It whispers, you just need more inspiration. But inspiration without action is useless. It whispers, one more video, one more book, one more plan, and while you wait, life slips away, years vanish, dreams rot, and regret takes their place. So if motivation fails, what remains? Discipline. Discipline is the opposite of motivation. It is not emotion. It is decision. Discipline is waking up when the alarm rings, no matter how you feel. Discipline is writing when your mind is empty. Discipline is training when your body is heavy. Discipline is the book studied while everyone else scrolls endlessly on their phones. Motivation is fragile. Discipline is unbreakable. Every achievement worth anything in history was not built on sparks. It was built on fire, not on moods, but on relentless repetition. The author who writes daily, even when the words come slowly. The athlete who trains through exhaustion, when every muscle screams for rest. The builder who lays brick after brick, long after the excitement has died. That is the reality no one wants to hear. Success is not glamorous. It is not fireworks. It is not a viral clip of a screaming speech. Success is silence. It is routine. It is boring repetition, over and over, until mastery is born. Pause here. Think carefully. The life you want will not be built in moments of passion. It will be built in the quiet hours when you choose discipline over comfort. Motivation says, do it when it feels right. Discipline says, do it whether it feels right or not. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is eternal. Here is the trap most fall into. They wait for motivation to act. They wait for the mood, the spark, the energy. But discipline is born from the opposite. Action first, feelings later. The runner laces his shoes and starts. Not because he feels ready, but because he decided. The motivation comes after. The writer faces the blank page, not because the words flow, but because it is time. The flow comes later. Action breeds motivation, not the other way around. Think about your own life. How many dreams have been abandoned because you waited for the right feeling? How many years lost because you believed motivation would one day appear? This is the cost of depending on motivation. Wasted time. And time never returns. Motivation is fragile. Discipline is iron. Discipline is not built in comfort. It is forged in resistance. Every time you say no to distraction, you strengthen it. Every time you act despite laziness, you grow it. Every time you move forward when your mind screams stop, you forge it. Discipline is not a gift. It is not talent. It is a muscle, and muscles only grow under stress, under weight, under pain. That is why it hurts. That is why it is rare, and that is why it is powerful. Stop. Reflect. Ask yourself, do you want sparks that fade or fire that never dies? Here lies the deeper philosophy. Motivation is external. It depends on what you see, what you hear, what you consume. Discipline is internal. It comes from who you decide to be. When you live by motivation, you are a slave to circumstance. When you live by discipline, you are free. Because freedom is not doing what you feel like. Freedom is doing what you must, regardless of how you feel. That is true strength. That is true power. How do you build it? Start small. Choose one action. Repeat it daily. No excuses. No waiting. One page. Written one workout. Finished one. Distraction denied. Do it long enough and it becomes automatic. Do it long enough and it becomes identity, and then you no longer need motivation because you have become discipline. The truth is cold, but clear. Motivation is fantasy. Discipline is reality. Motivation is hope. Discipline is result. Motivation is comfort. Discipline is freedom. Do not worship motivation. It will betray you. Do not chase it. It will abandon you. Instead, build discipline, brick by brick, decision by decision, day after day, until you no longer depend on sparks, because you have built a fire that cannot be extinguished. The conclusion is simple. Motivation always fails. Discipline does not. And when you finally see this truth, you stop waiting, you stop delaying, you stop hoping, and you start building. No more sparks, only fire. The fire of discipline, the fire that endures, the fire that never dies.